you, don't look. Just don't look. Don't look. I said not to look. Dude, they're coming. They're coming, dude. Good job, man. Going to prison. Going to prison, dude. Rubicon. Alright, so, yeah. I'm gonna have to be coming on Sunday. I wonder if this would play through here. I'm gonna say no, but we don't know until we try. I'll be like, look, dude, I tried, man. I really tried, man. Dude, he's pulling that guy over. The truck is pulling him over. Freeze! Get on the ground, bitch! What, he said that for no reason. He just pulls out his gun and starts shooting. He's still coming. I don't know what he's doing. He's on the shoulder. Alright, so, what am I doing? I'm trying to find something to watch about the convoy, because I don't know. And, in Louisiana, and they're like, yeah, they just lifted the mask mandate. And I'm like, really? Coincidentally, right around when this convoy is coming, these sons of bitches, I think we should still go after them. But, you know, how do you get the people to get enraged again? The only thing that kept Canada alive was the consistent tyrannical orders that were just like, no, we're not budging, we're not talking. Where here, they're dropping mandates and they're probably just maybe gonna back down and then hope that we don't go and frickin' find them and hold them accountable and arrest them. Which is kind of crappy because I would rather have it and then so yeah, and then it was weird because the coin shortage. This coin shortage. Well, that's never been really anything. I've never had any problems. Besides today, where I go into the store and all the mandates are dropped, but I got a cheeseburger and they're like, oh, we're short on change. So she couldn't give me my whole change back. And then I went to the other gas station and I was supposed to get like, but I got $1 back because they didn't have change. Who knows? I'm trying to find out what's going on with the thanks for tuning in. Live chat. Trying to find something going on with the convoy, but I don't know. It just seems like they're kind of, I don't know if they're backing down, but do we really have the battle that Canada had? I'm just trying to feel out the momentum on the convoy. And it's DC Convoy Live. Let's see. Convoy. I mean, I do want to go, but I just don't know if it's going to be going, I don't know, is it gonna be like the battle? But I don't. Besides, go on happen through court. I mean, we're not going to D.C. to say, you know, we're coming for you to throw you in jail, which is really the only thing, because it seems like they're backing down on the mandates now. Because if you weren't, I'm in Louisiana right now. I'm just not about to spend $2,000 to go to DC and it not be like. I mean, the good thing is, I think that the movement will push them over the edge, maybe. We need some feedback on it. Let's see. Let's try this. Settings, connections, Bluetooth, devices, explore, pair. What do you know? I don't know, guys. It just seems like this convoy might not be getting the attention it deserves, but I'll have to, I mean, I don't know. It's happening. You know, it might just, I think everyone's thinking it's going to be Ottawa, but I don't think it's going to be Ottawa. I saw a really funny Chinese store sign. Ready? I was driving and it was a Chinese store. It said W-O-K, walk and roll. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. So anyway, I'm having a little doubt about the convoy. I'm sure it'll be very supported, but I just don't see the numbers, man. Might just have to go to the beach and regroup, which is what we're doing. It would have been fun though, man. Damn. I mean, see now I'm just gonna be upset if I go all that way and there's not a big ass party. Cause I'm going for the party and for the documentation, but that was just another sign that their stronghold is losing grip. I don't know. I just don't see a lot of reporting on it. So do we go for that far just to, I don't know, so damn far away. truck out when I get back. Thanks for the beer, Dad. No problem, son. So the AC's out. It's been cold, thankfully, just so I can sleep. But it's gonna be maybe a hellish night, and I could get a hotel, but I just don't. I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna be halfway retarded tomorrow. Probably sleep in a barrel of sweat. Then I gotta go get my generator. You know, back to the gypsy life. Not much going on. I think everyone's just in a state of whatever. State of whatever. See, I think the people want. It's like we almost want to fight like Ottawa, but there's nothing to fight really. I mean, there is. I mean, look, all that, but it's just operation. That three-wheel bike was sweet. I mean, I could still buy the bike, but for what? I gotta go look for something to flip. That's what I need to do. What I need to do. Check out Tire Roaster. Oh, I need to sign into my thing though. Subscriptions. Tire Roaster. Hours ago.
Yeah, show us your papers.
Show us your papers, they go home.
Dave's dark. So yeah, we went down there and all the police are gone, all the assholes, all the power hungry from all the main ports entering the city, all the exit lanes and stuff, they're all gone. The only ones remaining, the only ones that are left are the ones that are blocking off Wellington, and they're letting cars down Wellington now that live down there or working down there. So we went down there, and the first thing we did was we stopped at Three Brothers Shawarma, and we both got a donair.
The donors.
Got the donors, yeah, it was pretty good. Those guys supported the convoy the whole time, and we hung out in there when it was cold, and they let us use their pisser, they fed us, it was pretty good. No passwords. Awesome, Jamie SVT, that's good to hear. That's pretty neat. So yeah, someone actually just informed me, look at these sweet sunglasses. Someone actually just informed me that the live stream was still on. I thought it's you two who told me this information. So yeah, I'm like, they're like, everyone's hanging on your live stream, and I'm like, really? So
They're all hanging out besides you.
yeah, everyone's hanging on the live stream waiting. And here we are an hour later. I'm like, oh Jesus. But yeah, don't air. Think you're East Coast, do you? Yeah, I filled the propane tank on the motorhome today. She ran out.
Well, she should be nice and toasty when you get in there.
No, I turned the heat off, so it was propane. What else did we do over there? Went shopping, got some warmer clothes so I can work on it, some coveralls, gloves, all that kind of stuff.
You went on a shopping spree. Pete.
Is this because of this jacket? That's
Going.
Christina W. Typical man keeps us waiting while he's shopping. Yeah, what do you want?
Well, yeah, I'll drop you off the bus. I'll go get the meter.
I wouldn't treat my dog like that.
I'll be back in some minutes. We're listening to what's going on in Ottawa, I guess.
See if I can connect to your Wi-Fi. Okay, I just dropped off internet again, but I'm connected to Wi-Fi now, so we should be good. I'll bring this in the motorhome. What else do I got here?
Power cord. Grab your ohms here.
You know how many ohms this crow should have?
Some.
Not but you set of gloves today? Milwaukee's. Nice gloves.
What mean?
I'm not leaving Ontario. We're in Ontario right now.
Ontario.
Oh man. The lack of sleep's catching up on me. Bro. Is Kevin good with his bank account? I have no idea. Kevin turned on me. Talk about that anymore, but just know you're not probably going to see Kevin. Okay, so I got that. In his shop, where he's got me parked off to the side of the shop.
There it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Kevin. Who had a big heart. You know, I helped him out as much as I could. And friend. Then, you know, he's just, you know him and you know the type of personality that comes along with a guy like that, you know exactly what happened. And I knew it was coming. I knew the moment that I met him, I knew I'm like, going to get involved with this guy and be his friend and try to help him. I know it will backfire at some point because made me, and how he made me what I am. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be anything. So, anyways, he went off, and I realized at that moment that I truly was dealing with a mentally unstable person who was just got a, I don't know, maybe some sort of chemical imbalance or something in his brain. But I tried to, and so I distanced myself from it, and it's just, I'm like, that's the end of it. Like I said, he's in my face and he's trying to like punch me and shit. And I'm like, dude, I won't bow down to you, man. So Christina, I think maybe seen the live stream when Kevin, first thing he did, look at this, I'm gonna light this thing. Got propane today. So yeah, crazy. So when I met Kevin, I was like, oh, let's do this interview. This guy seems cool. Seems like he's got a good vibe. And yeah, I'll tell his story, show us the story about his son and stuff. And yeah, so he makes this, anyways, this morning, like he freaked on me many days. Like for example, a week before, he was in his truck on the front line there. And I went down there to see him, and we had an exchange over something that I'm not going to talk about on here, of some illegal acts. And I had mentioned how something of so-and-so, and then all of a sudden he starts freaking out on me, and he's accusing me of stealing stuff. He started accusing me of stealing some of his stuff from his truck, and I'm like, whoa, dude, the fuck? So I just, back then, caught it. I seen people who caught it, but I didn't want to get into it. Everyone's like, what's up with Kevin? What happened? Why do you say those things to you? Really, like, people heard him in the background, and I got in the truck as quick as I can because I didn't want this shit on my live streams, right? So, got out, left, let it boil over for a few days. He apologized to me. But like, hey, you must realize you're the problem, and that's the only reason I freaked out. So then, like I said, I tried to get him out of the city. His truck was impounded. I tried to get him out of the city. Tried to get him into a hotel room, get him a place to stay, get him a place to hang out. I took him to this nice little resort property, and he was supposed to split the property with me. That was the deal. But the night before, we were in another hotel room, and he was smoking in this hotel room, and it wasn't even my hotel room, it was Sam's, and Sam was letting room. And he says, I'll pay a smoking fee. He says, you never smoke too. I said, you'll pay the fee. He says, I'll pay it. I says, all right. And I had us to smoke together. And I said, he said, as long as you promise you're paying the fucking fee, because he's getting really pushy. He's like, I want to smoke in the room. He's like, come on, man. I'm like, fuck. So whatever. Smoke, got a $500 smoking fee. And then he was going to pay for that. Anyways, I told him no smoking in the room. He's like, well, I don't want to do that. So I'm paying for this next hotel room. Took him to this place with a hot tub and stuff. Got us out to Mont Tremblant. Got us out of the city. That. Woke up and the whole place is just filled with smoke. So I come out and I'm like, dude, don't smoke in here. And he just lost it on me. He's like, you fucking goof fuck. And he starts going up on this goof and all this shit. And he starts no. And I'm like, and get him the fuck out of my life. So I drove him down, left him with a friend, left him with Ryan, and now he's got Ryan by the balls, and he's manipulating Ryan and shit. Yeah, dude, it's not good. It's not good. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at. So for the people who are wondering Kevin's at and what's going on, you're not going to see him again. I doubt it. I doubt it. But Ryan's not in a good place right now, from what I understand. I don't know if many of you guys remember Ryan, but yeah, I don't know if you guys remember Ryan, but Ryan now is with him, and he's kind of butting hands now. Ryan's kind of in this situation where Kevin's making him drive around and shit, and it's not good, man. Not good. So that's where we're at with Kevin. And then today I asked him very nicely if he could pay me back the $800 he owes me for the rooms, for the smoking fee. And he told me I was a rat who wouldn't use, I would use, I'm getting involved in drama. But I made a simple, Chip does not pay me back, I will take action against him. And he went off more again about how he's, that's the thing is, he was telling people, he was going around telling everyone how he has this helicopter to bring his girlfriend in, and he has this $44 million that he got in Bitcoin, and all this stuff, and how rich he is, and how he's going to pay for everything. And he had people literally believing it. So I said, well, he's got money, so I guess, I smoke with you, that. Once again, people screw you over when you put him in a position like that. As it currently stands, get it all right here. The fucker owes me $880, and he threatened me violence. He lost his shit. He's manipulating another person right now, and he's entirely mentally abusive to people. So that's where we're at with Ken Arizman. So unfortunately, he turned on me over something so stupid, and I want everyone to know that I'm not putting up with that shit, and you're not going to see him on this channel again. But his interview will always stay on my channel. His cool interview, fun. He's bro looking married. He's got a good, can't help, open, calm down, but, there's no time for all that kind of stuff. Yeah, can't have that kind of toxic shit in my life. People who name call, people who, I don't put up with any drama. I try to help Kevin out because he's on the front lines. I try to help out because, of all this stuff. But I don't put up with that shit. I don't have it. I just let it slide for a while because I really wanted to help him. And I always distance myself. But as soon as you get those toxic people in your life, like when they start calling names and they start threatening violence, like even if they start calling names, that's the first chance. Like, get out of my life, man. Get the fuck out of my life. But then they start threatening violence and stuff. It's like, dude, not good. But that's where we're at. So, that's where we're at. You're an empath. I don't know what the fuck that means. Name calling not cool. Name calling is not cool. Sounds like my ex. Yeah, there's a lot of abusive people like that. I met this character and many other people. It is what it is. But that's where this ends. That's where we're at. And let's move on to another conversation. It was quite depressing. It's actually quite depressing. I'm not okay.
But for the one bad person you met 100 good people, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, we had fun. We had a lot of fun, but it's just like there's a certain point you gotta cut it off. Empath is good. Thank you. It is a bummer. It is a bummer, Curtis. It really is. It's like you want to hang out with people and you want to just spend time with people, and like I attract a lot of people in my life of all sorts of, like, I don't judge anyone, but I also never give them to disrespect me and do that shit. But let's get back into the let's go find Mr. Squeaky back here. We all need a little bit of a lightening up today. Oh, it's closing. Yeah, sorry, Mel. I hope Ryan's okay. The fact that Kevin messaged me on Ryan's phone is not a good sign. I want to try that Kevin has. There's something really fuck going on there. So he gave me that hat in the live stream, and now he's saying I stole it. Tonight I made him an offer. I said, I'll meet up with you, bring your hat back, you can have your hat back, I'd like my money back. But I said, you're rocking all this shit, I'd like to meet up with you, and I'm going to film it and see, whatever. Anyways, he didn't want to meet up because he said I'm a this and I'm a that. So anyways, Ryan's in his hands right now, and he's got Ryan's phone, and that's not good. I don't know how else to deal with this, but it's a slow chat, eh? Slow, digger with Dave's in here. Anyways, that's where we're at, so we're going to let that go now. Who is the guy with the YouTube channel? Something about zip ties. Zip ties, bias pies, fella from Alberta. Zip and fly blowing guy? Alright, LR. Well, lesson learned, hopefully. Yeah, no, I've distanced this myself. I haven't had any drama in my life for years, so I knew the road I was going down. I've dealt with many people like this, but I knew the road I was going down, but I just tried my hardest. I put myself in a situation which I haven't for years. I stay away from drama. I stay away from all drama. I hate drama. I hate it. But I just wanted, because this was the guy I met and I interviewed first, it was just the thing, and now, you know,
You're telling me to sit down. Keep dropping.
is it chopping right now? I have to go over the page. Yeah, well, I was part. Was chopping.
We're checking out,
Yeah.
we're watching,
Well, that helped. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with what's going on over
here. Okay. Let's do that.
That's,
Where's my keys?
Tanner from Ottawa. So these guys are like, you know,
His house.
semi-famous. And I don't know, it's really sad what happened over there. Where they've all lost quite a bit from the battle. And if you're familiar with what is it? Tire roaster is Tanner, and then there's Reverend Kevin. Reverend Kevin was probably the most iconic person, considering the movement. You know, he had the fancy truck with the lights and the lights inside, and the cool shift box, and just, you know, the cowboy hat. And he was like, you know, the icon of the movement, I would say. Not a spokesman in any way, but just kind of like a Marlboro Man iconic dude. And that is Reverend Kevin. So Tire Roaster, which is Tanner, interviewed him, and Tanner's just, you know, this may not interest you if you don't know these guys, but they were kind of at the pinnacle of the entertainment factor of the event. Pinnacle enough, you know, there was a lot going on, but most people would argue that they're in the top 3 of the most significant and memorable people, mostly Kevin, in the so what's sad is a lot of these guys either lost their trucks or they were impounded, and Kevin and Tanner became friends, but Kevin was just like a maniac, which a lot of people liked because he was just crazy and relentless. Like if you watch any of the downtown videos and you hear like a truck engine revving, that was Kevin. I mean, literally was like obsessively, compulsively slamming on his gas and his air brake and his Jake brake, and you always hear it in the background, like he would do it for like hours and hours. And even like when you see other YouTubers, you would just hear Kevin, like it was almost like unreal because he'd be doing it seeming like all the time of his engine. But you know, it's kind of like it was kind of a strong point or whatever. It stood out and it sounded cool and it looked cool. Anyway, so Tanner was interviewing them, and you know, they hung out and everything was hunky-dory during the parties, and they were having a great old time listening to music and just living it up. I mean, if you guys saw any of it, I mean, a lot of us did. I know I watched, and there was just a lot of fun going on. And then when things got stupid, you know, that was when the shit came down. And you know, first of all, Kevin, he's used to having his truck. You know, I know how he feels. It's like you're stripped of your, you know, you're stripped of your strength in a way. You have your home on wheel. like basically being kicked out of your house and thrown on the street with no income. You know, you lose your job, you lose your money, you lose everything. And Kevin's truck got towed away. So there was high tension. And Tanner's more of like an entrepreneur kid. I mean, he's looks quite successful at his age. I'm gonna guess he's about 30. Kevin's probably about 55. They got along great. I mean, they were partying, and it was just great to see them. And anyway, after the downfall of the police coming in and all that, Kevin's truck was towed, and then he became very dependent and aggressive. And so Tanner, being like, you know, self-sufficient, probably more than Reverend Kevin, just because of his you know, Reverend Kevin's a little bit of a loose cannon, or kind of just where Tanner is calculated, very meticulous and focused, kind of a young entrepreneur. He's got a website channel, YouTube channel, and he's got like many vehicles, and he's got money. He makes his own money, and he's, you know, doing pretty good. So from definitely at his age, he's self-sufficient financially. He may not be rich, but he's self-sufficient, independent. And so as things got worse, I guess the whole episode, if you were following Kevin and them, is Tanner was getting hotels because, I don't know, I don't know why they didn't stay in his motorhome, because Tanner bought an older motorhome, and maybe he didn't want Reverend Kevin in there because he's just kind of a little crazy. And I get it, you know, I mean, there's great people out there, but you don't necessarily want to be like in close quarters with them, maybe. Like, anyway, I don't know why they didn't, but they were getting hotels, and Kevin was smoking in the room, and it's like a $500 fee, or at least the one hotel. And then they got in trouble, and then I don't know, then one other guy, Ryan or something, maybe paid for the hotel, and then Tanner got one, and they were sharing rooms. But anyway, Kevin was just smoking, not really caring about what anyone said, and just like, I'll do what I want, blah blah blah. And then like it didn't come to blows, but Kevin was getting really just offensive and threatening, and, you know, just being out of control kind of feel. And so him and Tanner kind of like parted ways, and then it seemed like Tanner had to he didn't want to leave him on the street or something, so he took him to another friend, and now that friend is in dire straits, so to speak, or in a problem, because he's got to deal with this homeless maniac guy that had a lot and he lost it all. Or at least he's waiting to just get his truck back, so he's just, maybe it'll be fine, hopefully it'll smooth over. But, you know, those trucks, who knows what can happen. They could be gone for months, and what are these guys going to do for money? And Kevin is definitely what I would look at as a total road warrior, you know, vagabond kind of dude. Nice, passionate guy. Obviously they stood their ground for their country, and that's awesome. But I think he's gonna be really in a bad spot, maybe, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe through his popularity and fame, that he could generate viewers. But he just doesn't seem that very regimented or focused kind of guy, because, you know, this job is as brainless and as stupid as it could get. So I mean, saying, hey, I'm gonna give you a rope, and I'm just gonna tie it to the back of my truck, and I'm gonna tow you, and I'm gonna pull you through the mud, and you're like, okay, and then we're gonna pay you for it. So it's like, all right, just hold. And so there's, you know, it's really, I mean, yeah, to get your license is a credible thing, but after you get your license, it's like, it's no more glamorous than Uber, I don't think. I mean, yes, you're doing a service to America and the people, but I mean, that's just my point of view. It's just holding a steering wheel and you're just holding onto this rope through the mud. And so it's like, oh man, what a valiant thing this guy can do. But if that's what your foundation is as far as your income and your livelihood, rope. You know, it's like, well, you know, when I say being pulled through the mud, it's like you're in the elements, and that's really the only valiant thing, or the only real you know, trait that you have, is just doing something that's easy in general. If you didn't hear the whole thing, it's just, and it's unfortunate with Canada, because now there's such a divide. Like, all these people, not all, but a portion, at least the ones on YouTube, and I would say the YouTubers and the people that were highly engaged, it depends. I mean, there's not for everybody, but it seemed like there's quite a division of tempers, and just, like a lot of the tow truck drivers that were threatened to lose their companies by the government. The truckers were kind of like fighting amongst each other as far as, you know, oh, you know, they're cowards for towing away their trucks. But then other people are like, well, you know, they had everything to lose and they were going to take this and take that, and then, you know, and then truckers losing this, and it was like a really sad outcome. But, you know, it's like battle. They went to battle, but the sad part is when they came out, they were fighting amongst each other, at least to some degree. And so that was the video on Tanner and Rev and Kevin. They were having a great old time, and they stuck through it almost to the end, and then tempers got to them, and I could imagine a lot of the frontliners and the, you know, the guys on the front lines that had everything to lose, the truckers and all that, there was just a lot of animosity within that. So it sucks, but I guess we'll see what happens with Canada. Right now we're trying to see what's going to happen with our country, and with the mandates kind of being lifted, it seems like it's like, well, we got raped, but they're not raping us anymore. So it's like, you know, do you hunt them down? How bad is the rape? And I mean, we were raped, not nearly as bad as Canada, and I guess we'll see. But I'm having a little bit of debate on the convoy, only because I think the momentum, I don't see the momentum, and I don't see, you know, Kansas drop all the mandates. Well, they are sort of dropping here and there, and I don't know, it just seems like it's sold out in a way, and now it's all focused on Ukraine and all this dumb shit. So what is it? But let's get back to watching these dudes, because I love Tanner. I'm gonna make a video, maybe he'll see me. I told him to come down to Florida and I'd hang out with him. I mean, dude, I'm an entrepreneur, dude. We're gonna make a lot of money one day. Someday. Oh shit, how do we get way back in there?
The RV named, I don't know, I was thinking about naming it, I think I was naming it French Hotel Parliamente. Too bad I couldn't get it in front of Parliament. That would have been cool, but also glad I didn't, because the windows would have been smashed out of it, and it would have been used. It was too many for that.
back to Florida.
First big gift from the area. So yeah, 55 Chevy.
What you want? What you want? No, let's get your money in your floor. So what you get your information from, no? All right, bro. Come on down to Florida. What are you saying, dude? We don't care about what these people say. It's like, dude, I don't got nothing to say anyways.
Are you into old Japanese cars? Yeah, I love them. I actually want to start switching it up. I have a 91 two-door white Yukon. Man, sweet. Those two-door ones are getting rare. I had an 85 liter. I had an 85 liter. Why do I have so many cars? I have to ask myself that every day. I have an obsession. The coolest ones that I think some of my favorite one, I think the favorite one is a 55 Chevy Bel Air V8 4-speed, or no, V8 4-barrel power pack dual exhaust car, the original Bel Air. So that's pretty cool. 65, I'm just saying, I like to write my life, just like obsessed with cars. Gearhead lizards, gearhead lot lizards, plastic check. RV name, the lot lizard, top lizard. I don't know, I think I want to name it the Fringe Motel. The Lot Lizard Express.
Lot Lizard Express.
Fringe Liner, I like that one. I've heard that one.
Fringe Liner.
The Fringe Liner is pretty cool.
Kind of like that one too.
Madden, the 82 Mustang is nasty as fuck. Yeah, she's chompy. The Dirt 81 Regal Pro Street, that would be sweet. 70 Plymouth Fury, that would be sweet. Mako, okay, he nailed 77. He transferred. I want to get super chassis someday. Never have any diesels. You know what? I used to have a 6-liter diesel. I built one. Single cab, 2-wheel drive with a 6-speed manual. And it was super quick. So I sold
I don't know. Can I build this channel? I got 0 views.
Always said I'd have a Cummins, never thought I'd have one that I sleep on top of. That was pretty good. Mel has a 1980 Trans Am. Sweet. That's the second gen. You have that? What's it got in for an engine now? What's it got for a transmission? The Fringy Motel. I like that.
Too long.
The Fringe Rover. Hot Box Express.
So what are these do? What are you doing now, dude?
The Lot Lizard Express, yeah.
They're totally just like
350 mLs.
the battle's over.
You would tell me you had a Trans Am before metal. You have to put a rip in that thing. We have a 52 Dodge with a 92 turbo Cummins. Oh, that's sweet. That's cool. Wow, I like that. I like just the Cummins are so good. You can put them in anything. Seriously, they belong. They're the best engine ever. Change my mind. 78 Porsche 928 project. Sweet. You have to get a mint green car. What about the minty red car?
Oh yeah, sure, dude. Right on.
Unless you mean like mint green in color.
And all your cockpit.
Yeah, the cockpit. Lots of cockpits. Thought I mentioned I saw a video from Riley. A guy. There's trucks and people at someone's farm. What's there?
Going back to Florida.
West Florida. Yeah, there's like 5 locations right now. I've only been to 2 of them. I went to one day before yesterday, then I went to the Arnprior. Arnprior, right? Yeah, I went to Arnprior today. Best way to bulletproof 6-liter. I coincidentally just bought a stock. You know, this is crew cab sound. Yeah, mine was 6-speed. They're pretty rare in 6-speed. Mine was imported from Texas, so it was specifically built for hauler trailers. It had like rubber floors in it, air conditioning, and like no other options. Just a 2-wheel drive 6-speed. So single cab. What's the engine in the RV? It's a 12-valve Cummins turbo diesel. 10 or sell me the Foxborough. Which one? And I won't sell either. I don't think I ever will. They're afraid of the class action lawsuits. How do you defeat terrorism? Don't be terrorized. Yeah, don't get into their shit, right? That's the best way to fight terrorism. Try to scare everyone, make them weak and scared and lower their morale.
You are weak and you must show us the papers.
They say it.
Yeah, you bastard.
Show us the papers.
Scream it.
Show us the papers.
Show us your papers or leave. You come with me. Okay, so I'm glad that you brought up Miata Cam because, oh man, I dream of having a mid-90s Miata convertible, swapping an LS1 into it with a 6-speed T56. I just want it so bad.
He loves cars, man.
That's my next project when I do it for my next move. 74 Chevelle Laguna SS, those are sweet. Ottawa Express, Hold the Line, Hotel Motel, the Wellington Wagon, EGR Delete ARP Stud Straight Pipe 6-liter 06.
Look at the
That
dog.
sounds like mine was an 06. Had the EGR Delete, had the ARP head stud, straight pipe, MVRP, 4-inch turbo bat, aftermarket turbo. I was born in Pembroke, not far away from Arnprior. Now I'm a country girl from Alberta. Hey, I was born in British Columbia in the Fraser Valley, then I moved to Saskatchewan or Northern BC for a year, Saskatchewan for a few years, Manitoba for 10 years, and now I'm in Alberta. Oh, foothills now. Kent Street Killa. Did you fix the startup of the RV? Terrifyingly not. It has still the intermittent starting issue.
I think we know where the problem is.
We think we might know where the problem is. Robin and Gut Dart, low tire roaster, we love you. Dave's giving me a dart. Oh man, the person on the back is depressed.
That's got a
Say hi.
Hey, you.
Who? Who's Mark Tarbox? Oh, hey, damn you nuts. You little bastard. I keep saying it's like a moppable stick, eh? You ever dust with the, doing dusting with the dog? With the table clearing? It's like this, eh? I've never met a young Shih Tzu, I'm not gonna lie. I've only met old ones. Usually they're like fucking 80 years old, eh? Dave's watching the live stream moderating from the chair right across from me.
The pepper spray survival mobile.
The pepper spray survival mobile. The whole mobile. He's gonna keep cycling these names, eventually we'll figure all out. That one's really good.
Hell,
Right.
what up?
The old Volkswagen Jettas. My old lady actually has a 2000 Volkswagen Beetle PDI that I jammed in third gear. I took a third down the gravel loader.
It's close. Yay, man. You made that one for sure.
Okay, I don't
What's up,
want to
bro?
screw your name up, but I'll tell him.
What?
I DM'd him the details for the Freedom Campo.
Jenny.
Oh, is that how you
Oh, I don't know. It's Jenne. So Jenny. It's a cool name.
I just don't want to screw it up.
Yeah. Thank you for sending it to me, Jenny.
Doggy.
No, they haven't, but I think he's probably going to have a heart attack or two here in a couple days. You just look how he twitches out when he's standing there at the podium. Him and Freeland, they're both the same. They're just banging.
Some people believe they're on child blood. Thank you, Dave. Some people believe they're child
Who's
blood.
that? That's Tire Roaster Garage.
Well, there's one nut behind the wheel and the other nut's under the hood.
Tinfoil Nation, I told you the problem with the RV was the nut behind the wheel. I just on that. The nut behind the wheel. That's funny. That steering wheel, that RV is like a flat top. You can tilt it towards you. It's telescopic, but it's a straight up bus. It's like you're driving a Greyhound. It's got the big steering wheel. You steer it like this, and then the air brakes are always purging off. It's always making sounds. Then you have the fucking straight up semi horn in it. You hear the Cummins behind you, the Allison shifting gears. It's so cool to drive them. That's why y'all had to do free one.
Nothing happening, dude.
I wish I could be in that car again. That was so much fun. Even though the last moments when they were pushing us, and then before I got arrested, everyone was beating the drums and people were flying flags and playing guitar. It was like the final stand. ever get to download that live stream? I gotta download that. I gotta plug my computer tonight. Cummins Convoy coach, eh? I wish I could have that thing in the Convoy. That would be legendary. But when I get back to Alberta, I'll be well connected with everyone around there doing slow rolls and shit. So it'll be. There'll be some drone footage of it. I'll get the old lady driving her, and then the drone with the deer from the passenger seat. That's how I like to get a lot of my drone shots. I get the passenger seat. I launch the drone, and then I get the passenger seat, and I get someone to drive, and I'll just film in the passenger seat. Drone technology is nuts. The Chief and Freelander possess. Yeah, they're definitely not all there. They're definitely sipping on the juice, eh?
Like you're saying, Convoy, but there's a bunch of industries that are about to let go too. Like the loggers are about to be down for spring breakup. All the oil field guys in Alberta, all the drillers and all the drilling guys, they're all getting ready for spring breakup here right now.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see convoys out of both those camps.
100%. Miranda, did you guys see the guy with the trumpet playing the Star Wars theme in the cop's face? Yeah, that was fucking funny. If I could play trumpet, I'd be doing that shit. What kind of drone do you have, Tanner? I have a Mavic Air 2S, DJI Mavic Air 2S. It is straight up. I get on drone technology, get the point you have a drone that folds up and that besides that, besides that. And you missed our messages. ECAS. What'd you say, ECAS? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out live chats. Live chats. Is this on live chat? Oh, super chats. Yeah, I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. They're taking their sweet ass time with me. I've met the threshold like 10 times over as far as view hours and subscribe count and all that.